How you guys doing? My name is Josie Carr and welcome to Planet1wp. As usual, we'll be talking about a new kind of technique for the day. So today we'll talk about how to capture and insert scenes in Ableton as we're working. Sort of we have a bunch of loops, a bunch of tracks, and we want to get different ideas from them and we can start launching them, pretty much crazy, It's sort of like a child would take crayons and draw all over the place. Sometimes we should do music that way, and it'll help us kind of get ideas from different places. Not always. We sometimes don't know what we want to do. So being a little erratic and crazy sometimes brings good ideas. So I'm going to switch my screen and just show you guys what I have going on my end. And then we'll start launching some stuff. Cool, so here I have a project, some random, and I'll show you what I mean by this. So I just created a bunch of tracks and threw random loops on them, just any kind of loops, any audio loops. You can do this with audio loops, MIDI loops, any loop type you like. And I just threw a bunch of them, as you guys can see there, and they're all over the place. They have no particular order. Now, what I want to say is when you have loops all in one place and on one track, and if you run across the first row and on the master track, that is considered a scene. So if I were to hit play, it would play all of those loops at the same time, and that is what is known as a scene. And for me to show you that, I'm actually going to switch my screen one more time. Cool, yeah. So if I were to play this clip, that clip all across in this row, they would all be considered one scene, okay? So I'll play this one since it only has one loop there. You see? That's playing one scene, so I can name the scene whatever I want to. Cool, but like I said, I have a bunch of tracks, a bunch of loops. I don't know what order I'm gonna play them, who's gonna play with who, and I'm just gonna randomly start throwing, playing loops, and I'm gonna use my Ableton push to do that. So here I go. Let's say I like that loop for now, right? I'm gonna capture that loop, okay? And I'm gonna make sure that I put it underneath my last scene up here. So I'm gonna click on my scene on here, okay? And now I'm gonna go to create right here, and I'm gonna go capture and insert scene, okay? And I'm gonna lower the music as I say this. So essentially I clicked on the last scene I had right here because I have no more loops underneath that. I'm gonna go to create, capture and insert scene. And it's gonna add all those loops that are playing right now. Okay, so I've captured that scene. Fantastic. Now let's try some more. And the shortcut, by the way, if you guys take a look at that, is capture and insert scene. Okay, so I'm gonna launch some more loops. I like that. Okay, I'm also going to capture and insert that scene as well. Since that one is already highlighted, it's going to drop it right underneath that one. Okay, and here I go. And you guys can see that now I have that bass, right? I'm going to do it one more time and add more stuff. Not feeling that. Okay, let's grab that one as well. I'll do it the long way. Capture and insert scene. And it's captured this, and you guys can see. Okay. Let's grab another one. Okay, that feels good as well. Let's capture that one as well. Okay. Now I'm gonna stop everyone. Okay. And remember, I started adding the scenes here. So I'm gonna just launch the main scenes, right? My first scene was this one. Then I'm gonna switch to another one where the bass came in. Then I drop the synth. And let's say I wanted to continue to add more, I can, right? So let's add just one more. I'm gonna stop all clips. I'm gonna click on the last one just so make sure that when I do add the new one, it'll be underneath this scene right here. Okay, and let's again go back to the first page here. And let me launch what I had before. Okay, I think I had a bass line here. Let's do this. Let's see. Turn that vocal off for a minute. Okay, let's capture that one too. I'm gonna use the shortcut Shift Command I, and it'll add it. Okay. Go back to my first page here, and I'm just gonna turn off this loop. I'm gonna capture that one, and again, instead of using the shortcut on my computer, since I'm using the push, I'm gonna use the shortcut in a push too, which is Shift and duplicate. And as you can see, it captured it here as well on the software. Cool, so let's bring that beat back in. Let's capture that one. That sounds kind of cool too. And I'm going to turn off the beat and capture my last one. Be like a breakdown or something, right? Shortcut of the push, Shift duplicate. Now I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop all clips here. Cool, and now what I wanna do is to be a little more organized on the software. I'm actually just gonna label these scenes for a minute. And you could label them whatever you want to. That'll be like an intro if I wanted to. I hit tab, it goes to the next one. Let's say that would be like a verse or section A or B, whatever you wanna call it. Whether you do popular music or EDM. I'm just naming them random, I'll be honest with you right now, just for the sake of the tutorial. But you could be specific. If you're working on popular music, then you would use intro, verse, chorus, and so forth. If you're working on, EDM music or electronic music, then, obviously you would do builds, breaks, section A, section B, and things like that. Okay, so we'll call this... I think the last one was a break. We should probably call the last one break, but you guys get the idea, okay? So I'm gonna start with 9, which is intro, and I'm just gonna switch my controller so it'll be easier for me to do it from the controller, okay? Cool, so now I can actually launch them from here and try the ideas to see which ones I like and what sequence I like or if I want to maybe take them and record them from session into my arrangement. Okay, so I'm just going to launch my scenes now instead of launching clips. I kind of launched a bunch of clips, got an idea, and now I have scenes that give me parts of a song, like a rough. Cool, so I have an idea of sort of the sequence that I want to play them in. So what I can do now is actually record them into the arrangement so I can have a rough idea of what my song would feel like, and then I can further edit it, right? So if I show you guys my arrangement, right, let me close my browser obviously so it won't be too messy for us in my lower section. You guys can see that I have nothing recorded on here and my loop is off. Make sure that your loop is off, because usually when you start recording from your session to your arrangement, if your loop is on, you'll keep recording over and over in the same section. So just make sure it is. It's just easier. You don't have to, but it's just easier. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to hit the stop button twice so I can start at the very beginning. And I'm going to stop all my clips, obviously, by hitting stop clips here. And if I were using my push, I would hit shift, stop clips, and it would stop all the clips. And if I wanted to start from the beginning on the push tool, I would hit shift and play, and it would take it back to the beginning. Now I'm ready to record into the arrangement. I can hit the record button here to record to the arrangement. And if I'm using the push controller, I will hit shift and record. Okay, so I'm going to hit shift and record for me. 2, 3, and... Stop the clip on that scene if I wanted to as well. I'm not restricted to using the clips that I had in the scene. I can stop it. Show you guys the arrangement so you guys can see that I'm recording to the arrangement, right? Cool. So now we've recorded the scenes that we got from this idea of just launching clips around and capturing them as new scenes, and then recording them back into the arrangement by simply launching them. But the cool thing about it is that as you're launching them, you're not restricted to not playing other clips as that recording is going into the arrangement. Is sort of what I did. And what is that good for? Well, now we have some sort of an idea of a song, right? We have a 2-minute and 40-second long length of a song that we can make longer. We can go and then fix the parts. Now, if we want to play them from here, we would hit this button right here and it would play all the clips from the arrangement. And now we can listen back to the song that we've arranged. And further edit it, move stuff around. Like if I didn't want the bass to start there, I can or if I wanted to maybe start the bass like that, do a fade in so the bass could fade in as it's playing. Take the beat and drop it here. Oh, that's actually the horn. Let me find the beat. So the options are limitless when you are stuck for ideas and you want to kind of, you don't know what you want to do, and, grab a bunch of loops, throw them on different tracks, and start randomly launching them. And as they're playing, hit create, capture, and insert scene. But before you actually hit the create, just make sure that you're usually on the scene, the last scene. Click on the last scene because it'll put the whatever you capture underneath it, and it keeps you a little bit better organized. Because if you're here, it'll start dropping it in the middle and it kind of gets all messy. So just make sure you click on the last scene and go ahead, start randomly playing clips again. And as it's playing, capture and insert scene. Once it grabs that one, take some more loops out. As it's playing, you don't even have to stop. Again, capture and insert scene. And the shortcut is good to know is Shift-Command-I. And when you're done, simply name them if you want to. Start launching them and kind of get a feel of what part they could be of the song. And then start randomly launching them and kind of getting a feel of what order they can go in. Okay? And when you're ready, simply hit stop twice so you can start at the very beginning. Hit record so you can record the scenes to the arrangement by launching them. Okay. Now the new Ableton will have this new feature, which I have here. This is 11, a beta version of it. Okay. And it now has what is known as follow action. So instead of you recording them live to the arrangement like I did, you will be able to automate them. So you can tell it, hey, play from follow action, turn it on, play the next one. And it will play the next one. Okay, you can turn it on there and say, hey, why don't you jump to number 13? Okay, and it will automate them for you. And you can tell it how many times you want it to play, okay? So there you have it. That is capture and insert scene in Ableton. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I will hope that you guys hit the notification button, subscribe so you guys can get some new content weekly from me. In a week or so, I will be bringing in some very cool guests that will be producing live or playing the instrument live, and will be showing you guys the techniques that they use for those. So I hope you guys tune in for that. See you guys next week. And to then, take care and happy President's New Day. Ciao, Josie. Thank you for watching.